Good morning, everyone. It is 8:10 or so, and I am on my way to work. I work at 8:30 today. It only takes me about 5 minutes to get to work, but I leave about 20 minutes early because I like getting there early and not panicking that I'm going to be late or panicking on the road or, trying to race there quickly because, I'm going to be late, and there's traffic and yada yada and all that good stuff. And sometimes it can take a little bit longer depending on how empty this turn is, which it looks like I might not be able to go for a minute here because I have to cut across about 5 lanes. So I have to check both directions to make sure nobody's coming. And there's nobody coming from the left now. But now there's somebody coming from the right.
One eternity later.
Go, 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 go. Can't wait any longer. Go. Okay, made it. I hate that turn so much. And sometimes it can just be like endless. Like there's people, as soon as there's not people coming from the left, there's people coming from the right. And it looks like also the tree trimmers here, so it's come on, don't turn yellow, 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 don't turn yellow. Whew, made it. So this is why I leave earlier than I need to, because sometimes that that turn is clear and I can just go right away, and then sometimes it's like that where it's like backed up on both sides, and where it's like right when people coming from the left clear up, people are coming from the right, so it's like I can't get a break to go. So sometimes I'm sitting there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just waiting for my opportunity to go. And see, it's already 8:15, so I already wasted like 2 or 3 minutes just sitting trying to go. That's why I hate that turn, especially now in the morning, because usually people are going to work, so people are all on the road because it's Monday morning, people are on the road. So this is my only short shift this week. This is my only shift this week where I don't have to take a lunch. So I'm only working 4.5 hours today. My next shift is Wednesday, where I'm going to work 8.5, technically 8 hours because of a lunch. I have to take a lunch, so technically I'm working 8 hours, but I'm going to be there for 8.5, which is a pretty long shift. I'm going to work 9 to 5:30, and then Thursday I don't work, and Friday I'm working noon to like 7. So every single other shift I had this week, I'm taking a lunch. This is my only quick shift. I like working the 8:30 to 1 shift because, well, there's reasons why I don't like it, because if you get there, if you have the 8:30 shift, that means you have to clean the bathrooms, and obviously no one wants to do that. But the cool thing about the 8:30 shift is that, like, when I get off, like, I'm done for the day. Like, I don't, it's not like, sometimes I hate when there's like a shift that's like right, like smack dab in the middle of the day, and then it's like you can't really do much before you go to work, and then you can't really do much after. It's like you're just stuck in this weird thing where you don't have time to do anything before you go, and you don't have any time to do anything after you go, when you're done, because it's just like right in the middle of the day. Like when I work like say in the Friday one, like noon to 7, like what the hell is that? Like I don't really have much time to do much before because I have class late on Thursday, so usually I sleep in a little on Friday, so I'll wake up at like 10. So it's like I don't, I only have 2 hours before I have to be at work, And then when I get home, it's already after 7, so it's like the day's gone. So, cool thing about working the 8:30 shift is I usually get this shift on Mondays. Sometimes it changes because my schedule is... Nothing about my schedule is ever set in stone. It's always just random. It's always just all over the place. It's like, okay, here's the days I can work, so just have at it. And so my boss just has at it and just schedules me, you know, whenever she wants, just random times throughout the day. But more oftentimes than not, Mondays I end up working 8:30 to 1. So, which is cool because I get to be done at 1 p.m. and I'm done. Like, I could spend the whole rest of the day like catching up on schoolwork that I have to do, which I'm taking like freaking, I don't know, 11 or 12 units this semester. Plus, my old boss left, and my new temporary boss, who was the assistant manager, or one of the managers, is now like either the temporary manager or the like store manager now. Like, she's been, you know, using my schedule as just, okay, like, if you can work those days, like, those are the days I'm gonna schedule you, you know. Like, my old boss would kind of just schedule me, like, you know, he'd give me some weekends off, and, you know, he wasn't scheduling me, like, up my butt. But my new boss, you know, his next in line is pretty much scheduling me like 29 hours and 45 minutes, like, every week. While before with my old boss, I used to work like, I don't know, 17 hours, you know, it was like tolerable. But now it's like all I'm doing is working now. So, all right, we're here. Let me check my perp job. Back up just a tiny bit. Just this tiny bit. Okay. I think that should be good. Back up just a little bit. Okay. We're good to go. So, here this morning to check the time so that I can get in. So I'm also wearing a sweatshirt, a peanut sweatshirt. I like to wear this sometimes when I work early because obviously it's gonna get hot, but I'm always cold in the morning because obviously it's cooler, you know, in the morning. So I'm always cold in the morning, and I always want to put on, like, you know, say a long sleeve shirt or something like that, but it's always like, but it's gonna get hot. Like, once it hits like 10 or 11, it's gonna be hot. And then plus also with me cleaning the bathrooms, you know, and running around and, you know, getting my blood pumping, you know, I wouldn't stand to wear a long sleeve shirt because I'd be like, you know, my heart would be pumping and blood's pumping, so it's like I'm not really cold anymore. But I'm just wearing this because I like to wear it on the drive because it's more comfy and it keeps me a little warmer than just turning on my like my butt heater, you know. I like the feeling of wearing something warm rather than like actually turning on a heater and wearing something not warm. So I just temporarily wearing this, and then usually I just leave it in the car because once I get inside and start cleaning the bathrooms, I'm like, I'm not cold anymore. So, anyway, thanks for watching this little morning driving vlog. I will be back and talk to you guys when I come home at, I get off at 1. I should be back. I'm gonna vlog afterwards though, because me and my mom is gonna come meet me at work when I get off, and we're gonna go on a little shopping excursion, I guess. We're gonna do a little shopping at my work because a lot of the stuff at my work is actually expensive and not very cheap and not, you know, discount store, but a lot of it actually is. And A lot of it's on clearance right now, which is cool, and plus I get discounts. Obviously, I get 30% off everything pretty much, except like milk and eggs. So I'll catch up with you guys later once I get off it, probably afterwards, because I'll be shopping a little afterwards I clock out. But yeah, talk to you guys later. Alrighty, it is after my shift. I got off at 1. It is actually 2. I got off at 1, but it is actually 2 o'clock because my mom came to visit me and we did some Christmas shopping. I'm just gonna cut through the parking lot. There's nobody here. Cutting through. Okay, so that was a nice, slightly quick. I don't know if you call 4.5 hours quick, but quick for me, who now, since I have a new boss, now since we have a new person in charge of creating schedules and stuff like that, I work more hours than I used to. So instead of working, 20 hours or 18, 20, about around there, now I'm working basically 30. Now I'm working, right under 30. I'm working 29 hours and 45 minutes, which is stupid. And also exhausting because I'm also a full-time student, and that's a lot to handle, especially now finals is coming up. So I'm stressed the hell out because I've got finals and final papers and exams and mixed papers and mixed turn-ins and mixing projects. I'm a music major, so a lot of mixing and music projects, and I have one project that I have to do that's basically I have to mix and master a song basically for my recording class. I have to mix and master stuff in Pro Tools, and haven't started that. And my teacher's old, so he's kind of lame when it comes to like, I don't know, letting everybody know like when stuff is due. Like, I don't know, like it was like he said, like, oh yeah, you gotta do your mix, you have to do your mixing turn-in thing, but then he doesn't really give us like a due date or anything, or like when it's due, and nothing's on Canvas. It's just like he emails everything and nothing's on Canvas, and then like it kind of is on Canvas, but like it's very clear that he's like used the same exact Canvas uploads and stuff for like a few semesters, because it says that the mixed turn-in is due like May of 2021, which obviously has passed. So it's very clear that that was like, that was like that exact assignment or whatever existed on his last semester page. So it's like, I don't know when it's due. I'm guessing like last week of class or something, but all of the dates are outdated because it's very clear that, he's like, that he had the same assignments like last semester, and like he never updated it. Like he also never updated it so much that like when I first logged onto the Canvas site, we'll see, the class is in person, which is cool. It's my only in-person class this semester. So I, enrolled under the, impression that, it's in person, which it is. But then when I logged onto the Canvas site first, before the first day of school, it was like, this is a Zoom only class. And so I freaked out. I'm like, since when has this been a Zoom class? Like, I it says on the schedule and it says on the, you know, catalog and everything that this is an in-person class, and there's a time and everything, there's a room. So I'm like, how can this be a Zoom only class, you know? I'm like, how did that happen? And so I emailed him immediately, like, what the heck? Like, you said, you know, in your, you know, introduction email that this is in person, and then on Canvas it says it's Zoom. And he's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, I guess Canvas hasn't been updated. So it's like very clear that everything on Canvas is like old and like not updated, and it's like the same exact crap from last semester. And it's like, dude, like, you got one job, like, can you update your crap for your students? Like, what the heck? But anyway, I don't even know how I got on the topic of that, but yeah, I got schoolwork to do and everything, so I'm glad that I'm done like relatively early, so that it's like now I get to go home and just have lunch, because I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything all day. So I only had a Pop-Tart this morning. Gotta get something to eat. No. But yeah, it's hot today. Very, very hot. The driveway now. Alright, and we're good. We made it. I will let you know rest of the day.